Good morning. Thank you for joining Southwest Florida, Living in Faith. My name is Laura. And if you're new here, I thank you for joining me. And if you have come back, welcome back. It's Thursday. Today is Thursday for me, the 26th, March 26th. I just looked. I'm hoping I'm right. Let me look again. This is where I'm at. I'm going, oh! I have back to work, so the work's piled up, catching up with work. I have a couple meetings today, an extra meeting on top of getting all the work in, and then also going to try to help cover somebody else who's finally taking some time off so she can have some fun. And yeah, stuff's piling up. You know, things I let go, even Monday and Tuesday. For me, now I like to try to get little chores done before the weekend so I can enjoy it. And I'm just looking at everything going, I left myself a mess. I just kept thinking, oh, I'll do that next week when I'm back to work. Oh, I'll do that. And then even driving. If you haven't seen the videos, I had a long weekend and I went to some beaches. I do regularly hit a beach on maybe like Saturdays, but so that's regular, but I went to a few, and even like a good hour, 45 minutes away, a couple hours. Even amongst all of that coming back, I still managed to bring in sand everywhere. So I had a fun time sweeping that up. I really did a number. And but it wasn't too bad, because in Arizona, I love to have open windows as much as I can. You know, when it's too hot, it's too hot. Or too cold, it's too cold. But I love open windows. And that sand in Arizona would just come in. It just found a way. Like, so for here in Florida, I'm amazed at how much cleaner everything is. So I really can't complain too much on that. But I laughed at how much sand I did bring in. But either way. So I'm trying to get some chores done. Also, I need to do the food prep. For me, that's what I do. I try to make it, like, I make dinner and it turns into like 3. At least that's the aim. I'm shrinking it down. But I need to do that. And that's something I really need to do. I think even if there's time at evenings, you know, a lot of people will do that, but I especially have to do that because of my work schedule. I work with a team and we manage over different accounts and have our own accounts and just accounts in general that we share. But because we're a team, we do split up our hours. So there's an opener, there's the middle people, and then there's this closer. I'm your closer. So I work late. And I've held the same schedule that I had in Arizona. So moving here, keeping those same hours made it later. So if I get off work on time, you know how that is. You gotta stay. But if I'm off on time, it's 9 o'clock in the evening. So for me, I take a break to eat. So I'm not eating right before I go to bed. So I have to do it at a break. So I have to have it ready. I just need to warm it up. And there are times where I might try to, if it's something easy, get to it. I've gotten to a point of realizing, like, I need to remind myself, if it's something quick to cook, set out the skillet, remind yourself, you know, like, you need to cook. Because I will be so busy and I forget. And then I'll get off and, like, there's nothing to eat. So I'm getting on it. I'm going to get started on that. Going to try to do a quick run through, just Swiffering and sweeping, and it's another day to do the kitty litter, get the garbage out, all that fun stuff, and then to start actual work. But I wanted to just say hi to everybody. Maybe it's relatable that all the pressures pile up, especially for it's busy when you have a family. I was always busy when I was a housewife for a lot of years. So, and I was always busy. Chores, cleaning, kids, school, blah, the whole deal. But as a single person, you can feel the weight of, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this and that, and I got to get it all done. And I know for me, I had to get to a point where I just, I'm not Superwoman. I might like to be, but I'm not Superwoman. And so I need to make things, do things that are easier for me. Keep things simplified. So, and that's including the food prep, because I just can't have the pressure of make something every day, because my day is busy enough. So, and I love to cook. So, that's wheeled it back in, because now it's just me. So I need to keep it simple. Otherwise it just turns into a chore. And feeling that a little bit today, but I'm going to be easy. Just going to cook some chicken and pierogi. Pierogi I can do later. Get a head start on the chicken. And a local place around here, actually in Nokomis, is Captain Eddie's. I went in there and I fell in love with this new spice. And I know it's them specifically that make it, but there might be other brands that maybe make something similar. It's called Mango Magic. It's just so good. So I'm gonna throw that on the chicken, be done with it. Outside of that, I don't really have much going on today. I just I wanna get everything done and look forward to the weekend, which means getting a head start on these chores. Of course, I get up in the morning and spend some time reading in the Word, in the Bible, and there are times when it's I maybe follow like a daily verse app, and then I'll read the chapter. And there are other times where I'm just reading, and right now I'm just kind of reading. And so I'm back towards the beginning and reading about the Israelites coming out of Egypt, going into their promised land, and all the struggles and all the complaining. The complaining. Did you bring us this far for this? and you can look at that and just go, how could you, after miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle? But in the same regard, it's relatable. Like, I have to put myself in check, because sometimes I can get flustered, like, oh, I've got to get this done, I've got to get this done, I've got to get this done. And the funny thing is who's setting my list? Yes, I have to go to work, and yes, things need done, but who's coming up with my chore list? Who's doing this? So when I'm feeling flustered inside, I'm trying to remember, like, Laura, you doing this to yourself. You're meek in all of this. But I have simplified things. Like, I love Swiffer. I used to do everything like much harder cleaning. Now I'm like, hand me a Swiffer. We're gonna do this in 5 minutes. So that is where I'm at. But I do just I have to laugh at myself, keep it in check, because I will feel it. I'll be like, oh, I gotta get all this done. I gotta get this done. And I also want to come on here and say hello to this channel that I have an opportunity to have, and I prayerfully, Lord willing, will have it grow. and a community of people and get to know others as well. And so that's a joy. So, and I just have to balance everything. So I am doing that. I don't know if any of that is relatable. If anybody finds themselves in check, like you find yourself getting flustered over little things that don't even matter, and just kind of checking yourself. But outside of that, that is all I have today. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do this because it's growing and I'm trying to see where I'm at with it, and do I want to do it like a daily vlog? I certainly have more than just, oh, I went to this location or this location, because a lot of times it'll be like, well, here I go, I'm going back to that same beach again. But I'm enjoying it. So it really is very much going to be just real life vlog. It may be daily and it may miss because it's real life, and there are other priorities, but I would like to really get in here and give it a go and just touch base. Of course, if there's anything that anybody would like to see from about this area, like I said, I'm more so in the Venice area, but I do get out and about, and as much as I can. And so just let me know, what is it you like? Are you interested in the shells? Are you interested in the parks, the gardens, daily life? If there's ever any ideas, just let me know. That is it for today. I'm going to get busy on these chores because I'm going to have to get myself to work. I pray you all have a blessed day. Thank you for sharing your time with me. And this will probably post tomorrow on Friday. But I will see you then. Bye.